Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sunshine Islands. It is now the 23rd day of summer, so it's been about 10 days since our last recording at the cooking festival, and for the most part, everything has been going great. And no news is usually good news, but when it comes to doing a video, that's not so much the case. I have written down a few things I'd like to talk about, but I will probably save some of them for the next video I'm going to do at the Summer Crop Festival. So we'll just kind of talk about a few things and go from there. The first, obviously, is that we skipped right past the Cat Festival, which was on the 18th. I did say in the last video that I was probably going to just do that anyways because it's one of those things where I never do well, I've never won, I've never been able to master it. And our cat has 6 hearts, which, or does it have, no, it has 7 hearts, which isn't great, but it's not bad either. I would expect that I would be close to 3rd place, maybe. But for some reason, I just stink every single time that I do it, and I don't even come anywhere close from last place. So I did that off screen. I couldn't really be bothered to save and reload and keep trying for a better time because at this point I kind of just give up. It's not a big deal because I have lots of other festivals that I can win wonderfuls in. But it is kind of a shame because throughout the course of playing this game, I've been able to master and conquer some other festivals that I've had difficulties with in the past. But I guess that's just one that I have to give up on and carry on. So I do have high hopes for today's festival. I do have a fish in my inventory that I have tested, and spoiler alert, will get us to win. I did some saving and some reloading, and I had the ducks bring me stuff until I was able to get a prize-winning fish. And I have been keeping the bottles in my inventory again, which, as we recall, will increase your fishing degree level if they're in your inventory when you wake up in the morning. This is not something that I need to do because at this point the ducks usually bring me some really good stuff. And I can fish up really good stuff on my own as well. I could probably go fishing at the competition and catch myself a winning fish. It's just very time consuming and it's much faster for me to save and reload and keep checking what the ducks were bringing me. I have been doing a little bit of fishing. There were a few fish in my fishing list that I was only able to catch in the summertime. So I went ahead and I did a little bit of that off screen to fill out my fish library. All the crops are doing great. The wheat, the soybeans, and the buckwheat are all coming along very nicely. The tomatoes and the corn, I've managed to get a few different harvests from. I'll just keep watering these and get as many harvests as I can before the season is over. Managed to restock my fridge and I've been selling some of them, of course. You can see that my pumpkins have come in. It's pretty much taken the entire season, but they have come in. I'm gonna leave them in the ground for a few days so that hopefully the quality will increase a little bit. And the pineapples that you see here are on their very last stage of development, and these will definitely be ready by the time the crop festival rolls around. Now going into the greenhouse, I actually have managed to grow pineapples already and ship some of those. So I didn't mention this before because I guess I forgot or I wasn't paying attention, but I actually didn't know until I grew these fully that they replenished as well. So you don't have to keep replanting your pineapples because they will keep coming back once they're fully matured, which is fantastic. If you're at a point where you have them unlocked and you have the greenhouse, I 100% recommend growing them inside of the greenhouse because they do take a long time to mature and to grow, but they are worth a lot of money. They are like just under like $1,500 each if you're not shipping a top quality S rank one, and they're worth even more if these get to be S quality, which is nuts. So you think $1,500 with all the ones that I have planted in the ground, that equals some very, very big money. So these are probably, even though they're the most time consuming, I would say they're probably the best crop you could plant in order to get yourself some money. Now that these have come in, they will continue to come in every 5 days. And right now the conditions of my greenhouse are absolutely perfect so that these can come in every 5 days without fail. So once they're on their final stage, they're going to need 5 days, 10 sun points, and 6 points of water. So I've adjusted my sunstones, summer suns, not sunstones, my suns, where I only have 2 of the 3 suns in the boxes. So I'm able to get the 2 points of sun that I need times 5 days, which gives me exactly 10 sun points. And then I can control the amount that I want to water. So I can double water for a few days to get what I need, or just do a few days of single watering. But either way, this is a great way to earn some money. And these should also be in at the same time that the ones in our field are going to be coming in, so I definitely am not short on pineapples for our crop festival. And I'm very happy that I have these unlocked because this was something I was never able to unlock when I was playing on my own. So this is another just sort of thing to knock off of the completion list. I've also managed to bring some of the pineapples to the restaurants around town to get some of the recipes that I've been missing, which has been great. Our rice is still a work in progress, but getting very, very close now. I think the rice will be ready probably in a week or 2, so I've got to keep my eyes on that and harvest that when it all comes in. And then everything has been going really well in the orchard. Been getting oranges, peaches, and bananas pretty consistently, and the weather has been gorgeous. I did have to wait those few days at the beginning of summer to plant everything that I needed to plant because I had that typhoon, which I think was on the 3rd day of summer or something like that, but it has been smooth sailing ever since then, and it's been perfect because all the crops in the summer need a lot of sunshine. So everything has been nice and easy to grow, and I haven't had any hiccups. So why not? I'll just talk to everybody since I'm not very social these days. I've kind of just been minding my own business. It's very, very time consuming to talk to everybody and to maintain a level of friendship where they'll accept my gifts, and most people are at 10 hearts anyways, so I might as well say hello. And we have this fish here that I managed to get from the ducks, and this is not an S quality fish, but it is still really, really good. Last year, I believe, I was having the thought that you needed an S quality fish to win this, because I had done several points of testing with several different large quality fish, and it just seemed to me that the only fish I was able to win with was the S quality fish. But I don't think that that's the case, because this one is going to work. I think there's probably just a very, very small window of success with the fishing contest, and I honestly don't really know what that is. I think it probably has to be above 8 points of quality and size. You also probably don't want to give Denny a like rotting, stinking old fish. I'm not sure if freshness really has anything to do with it, but you do have to have a very, very good large fish. So a huge thank you to the ducks, who have once again delivered and helped me out significantly. And we get a blue wonderful. All right. Well, it's not yellow, so I am not gonna complain. It's still gonna go into the probably won't use this pile, but at least I have less of them. And I could still use some of these reds and these blues if I wanted to. When all of that rice comes in, I might put the indigo on the sickle and then increase my range with the blues and the reds just to make things a little bit easier. It'll make it go by a lot faster too when I have to use it for wheat and buckwheat and soybeans and all that type of stuff as well. So I will probably still use 1 or 2 of these at least. So I think that that's a pretty successful day. We didn't get a yellow wonderful, and everything is just going really, really well. Like I said, not really much to talk about when everything is going your way and everything is just going fantastically. It's been a really wonderful month, and I'm very much looking forward to getting into fall, because that'll mean that we're that much closer to finishing this game. So I do have some other things to talk about, but I am going to leave those sort of for the end of the month. We do still have the crop festival coming up, and then I'll probably do like a little bit of a summary before we go into fall. I want to thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.